The corset is a fishing boat, and the skirt is the sea. Divided in three from a flag to the sea, it's Malta.
This costume represents the colors of Mauritius' national flag. Red represents hard work, blue is the sky and lagoon, yellow is the sun, and green signifies vegetation. It's not a drag to be dressed as a flag when you're Mauritius.
Up next, we have Mexico. This costume represents El Angel de la Independencia, a national monument located in Mexico City. The monument commemorates 100 years of Mexico's independence. She's filled with glee because it's nice to be free, Mexico.
Mongolia. Costume is inspired by an old Mongolian queen's dress. Queens chose to wear bright red because the color is associated with success. Throw on some red and it's good times ahead for Mongolia.
On deck, we have Myanmar. Myanmar is Asia's largest exporter of rice. This costume portrays a farm woman starting the day in the rice fields with a buffalo. The buffalo represents strength. For some ladies, it's nice to have both buffalo and rice like Myanmar.
Costume represents the beauty and diversity of Namibia. The headpiece reflects Africa's wildlife, while the bodysuit portrays its colorful landscapes. It's her duty to show off her country's beauty. Namibia.
Nepal. This costume represents a Buddhist goddess, and the red body symbolizes her inner fire. She's often depicted performing her fearless dance. One thing is clear, she's a goddess without fear, Nepal.
Netherlands. Her country is surrounded by sea, but they have been polluted with plastic. This costume depicts the water and some plastic that's been removed during her beach cleanup. This beauty queen likes to keep her beach clean. Netherlands.
Next we have New Zealand. This costume is an infusion of Polynesian and Maori cultures, representing indigenous people. In Maori culture, females are seen as more powerful than men. All men better cower, because she's got the power. New Zealand.
Nicaragua. Nicaragua's costume was traditionally worn by folk dancers in her country. The garment is embroidered with a pattern representing the national flower. This look is the norm for those who perform in Nicaragua.
Nigeria. Created by a young Nigerian designer, this costume features fabric with a repeating lion head pattern. The symbolism represents all of the country's major tribes. Lion heads cover her threads, Nigeria.
Norway. Representing the Four Seasons experience in her country, this costume features a rainbow of colors present during different times of the year. These seem like good reasons to dress up like the seasons for Norway.
Making her way out, we have Panama. Based on the work of a local architect, this design is an ode to her country's bridges. This contestant helped make the costume and loves the futuristic look of the long straws in back. It's hard to find flaws in a costume with straws, Panama.
Costume represents the animals of her country who were tragically lost during recent fires, including parrots and jaguars. The outcome was dire thanks to a fire in Paraguay.
Peru. Beginning in the 1500s and throughout the next 3 centuries, Peruvian women often wore comfortable silk shawls that covered most of their faces and revealed only one eye. This silky shawl nearly covers it all. Peru.
Philippines depicts a goddess with 2 life-size birds on her shoulders. The country's national bird is also represented in her headpiece. This costume's main features are all flying creatures. Philippines!
All right. Up next, we have Poland. Representing the eagle in Poland's coat of arms, this costume is comprised of 10,000 goose feathers. The design boasts a 5-foot wingspan and an impressive 9-foot tail. This eagle brings peace to everyone but geese, Poland.
Featuring colors and symbols from Portugal's flag, this costume displays the nation's coat of arms and a navigational tool used by Portuguese explorers. You'll be helped by this coat if you're lost on a boat. Portugal!
Puerto Rico. To represent Puerto Rico's rich ecosystem, this costume depicts plants and animals found on her island, including a flower and frog. When you're from the Caribbean, feel free to wear an amphibian like Puerto Rico.
Romania. This costume was inspired by the Romanian coat of arms, which features an eagle holding a sword in one hand and a cross in the other. symbolizing Orthodox Christianity. It's gotta feel regal to be this golden eagle, Romania.
St. Lucia. Women in St. Lucia used to wear this type of dress for formal occasions. The design of the headpiece traditionally signified whether a woman was single or married. You better look at her cap before swiping right on that app, St. Lucia.
Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone translates to Lion Mountain. This design symbolizes the goddess of Lion Mountain with a long gold cape featuring a map of the country on the back. Her golden wrap doubles as a map, Sierra Leone.
Singapore. This floor-length gown and cape represent Singapore's national flower. The hybrid orchid was developed by a Singapore-based horticulturist in the 1890s. Everyone make room for this beautiful bloom, Singapore. Come on, guys, keep that energy up. And give it up for South Africa. This costume represents South Africa's commitment to ending gender-based violence. Men in her country wrote love letters to South African women, and their messages were printed on this dress. There's nothing better than wearing a letter in South Africa.
Sweden. Inspired by her country's most successful band, Spain. This costume represents the work of her country's most famous architect, Antoni Gaudi. The idea was conceived by a well-known Spanish wedding gown designer. It's hard to look dowdy when inspired by Gaudi. Spain.
And now we've got Sweden. Inspired by her country's most successful band, Sweden's national costume honors the 20th anniversary of Mamma Mia and is printed with the titles of ABBA's greatest hits. See that girl, watch that scene, because we're digging this dancing queen, Sweden.
Tanzania. This costume features wooden carvings and celebrates the tiny but fierce honey badger. The skirt is covered in the husks of a plant eaten by elephants and baboons. These are facts. She's covered in snacks. Tanzania.
Here comes Thailand. All right. This costume is topped by a hat inspired by containers used for steaming rice, and it represents traditional masks made by Thai folk artists. How about that? She makes rice in her hat. It is Thailand.
red because it's the dominant color in her country's flag. It's no mystery, she's wearing some history, Turkey.
Up next, we have Ukraine. Ukraine is known for its vast meadows and verdant landscapes. Made from 1,000 individual panels, this design represents the Ukrainian countryside when viewed from above. This costume's objective is a different perspective, Ukraine.
Uruguay. Featuring the sun and alternating white and blue stripes, Uruguay's costume represents her country's flag. This outfit was put together by a famous fashion designer. I'm sure it's fun to look at stripes and the sun. Uruguay.
USA! A tribute to great women throughout American history, USA's costume is made from denim that's been covered in gold. It features large wings as a nod to the country's national bird. With Maya Angelou and Lady Liberty too, it's USA.
U.S. Virgin Islands. Designed by a young supporter of the U.S. Virgin Islands, this yellow creation features the territory seal and symbols from the St. Thomas, St. John, and St. Croix. This costume's plan came straight from a fan, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Venezuela. Inspired by Venezuelan artists famous for scenic murals, this costume features multicolored leggings and a futuristic cape, representing her country's optimism for the future. She wore this tonight because the future is bright for Venezuela.
Largest producer of coffee in the world. Inspired by traditional slow roasting techniques, this costume represents the country's laid-back approach to life and might give her leverage to be dressed as a beverage. Vietnam!
What do you guys think? Whose did you like the best?
Come on, guys. Who had the best national costume tonight? What an incredible display of culture, heritage, and inspiration from our amazing delegates. And I also want to take this moment to thank all of their teams and designers for putting together such amazing works of craftsmanship and representation of their countries.
Absolutely, and thank you to all of you. Give yourselves a round of applause. You've been such an amazing crowd all evening. And remember to head on over to vote.missuniverse.com starting tomorrow to vote for your favorite costume. Thank you guys so much.
We will see you all on Sunday, Miss Universe official competition at Tyler Perry Studios here in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you and good night.